And I've been relying on wild grass, which I'm reliably informed is 50% less yield, but I do question that on this field, with this soil, whether or not it's a good idea to swap.
I was gonna say, did you need me to stick around to shift some more pallets of seed, but by the sounds of it, you can't afford pallets of seed.
I think we're done for pallets of seed. I need to try and keep enough cash back so that I can spray. I've already got the herbicide and the other stuff.
Spike's done you in with his precision farming.
Yeah. I get about 65% yield. And because everyone else has got nice soil, they're getting about 125% yield. So they really are cha-chinging. I'm struggling.
That whole speculate to accumulate, you can't get enough money to pay off your loan and get a different field where your yield might be better. You're just stuck.
Exactly. I'm totally stuck.
Yeah.
I tried the lime thing. I thought I've got stones coming out of my ass. Maybe that'll save me. Nope.
That just cost you money.
Yeah, that cost me a lot of money. I tried different crops. That didn't help.
I was going to be picking up stones. I'd have gone for the gold.
I was thinking about doing the gold. I was contemplating it, but you need to create propane for that.
Do you?
Yeah. And that's, was it butane? Propane, butane, one of the two. So that's another expense that I just cannot afford. I mean, if I can get this whole field done, I'll be very, very happy. Because if nothing else, at least I have a recurring crop that I can work with.
My next impulse buy is going to have to be a farmhouse.
Yeah, that's on my to-do list as well.
It's one of those things where you want it, but it's just money that you don't really need it.
I did see a mod, I'm sure, where you can put tents up.
Who was it?
I thought that's a good start.
Little house thing, which is more like just out.
Yeah, like a deck sort of thing.
Yeah, the word has escaped me. Do you actually make the propane, or is it something that you buy from the store?
I don't know if you can buy it. I think you process it. You need to have a butane process plant. And who knows how much you'll get. You might need a couple of tons before you get 1 ounce of gold, you know?
Is that too? It's a bit vague, isn't it? This is where having a single player save file comes in handy, and you can plop one down and then look at
experiment
what it does.
Yeah.
You know that quote unquote more realistic orchard mod that you wanted me to try.
Yes.
I put some of them down in my single player, and it increased my profit by 5 times.
But it increases your work as well, doesn't it?
Not really.
You have to put fertilizer down as well as water, don't you?
It's compost that I buy in the shop for
Compost, yeah.
about £250 a ton. It's irrelevant.
£250 a ton?
Yeah. And it increased my profit 5 times. Well, 6 times, but 5 times by the time I subtract having to purchase the fertilizer stuff.
Yeah, we've got... When Stu gets his PC set up, there's 91 mods lined up ready to be added.
Oh, really?
And that's going to totally transform the server. It's going to be like a totally new game. One of the things it's going to do is give you random crops. So, let's say one year you have a bumper year and you get twice as many crops as normal, and you're like, woohoo! So in the money. And then maybe for the next 3 years, you have a couple of bad crops and you're only getting 30%. So now it's all about, well, yes, you had a very good year, but don't spend it all because you can't guarantee a good year every year.
It all. What did you spend 700 grand on Bank of Sin?
You know that second route I did?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was paying off the loan, it was 500 grand.
Ah, right. You paid off the loan.
And then the rest of it was, I think, about 400,000 on that plot. Something along those lines. I think it looks pretty cool though, if you had a look.
Yeah, I have done.
Can you see what I'm...
buildings.
Can you see what I'm planning on doing?
When you're trying to put the fence down.
Say again?
When you're trying to put the fence down around that building, I tried to park my car where you're going to put the next bit of fence. I accidentally crashed into the fence and then couldn't get to the right spot in time.
I didn't even notice.
And I've fishtailed my way, drifted my way around this track a couple times.
Could be an interesting track, couldn't it?
Pretty much just an oval race.
Have you seen the other track though? The other, let's call it the arena.
No.
Oh, you didn't notice the arena?
Okay, sorry. Which one are you talking about?
So the new racetrack is oval. I think it's 47, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's an oval track there, but in addition there's an arena for fun and games. I've got a couple of game ideas already lined up for it.
Oh, is that the bit that you've got fenced off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was on when you were putting those fences down.
And then there's a barn there that has solar panels on the roof, so it actually also earns a bit more money, which is, I thought, rather useful. I think I may buy one of those barns when if I ever manage to pay my loan off.
A barn with solar panels on the roof. What goes in this barn?
It's not really a barn so much, because it doesn't have an entrance or exit. It's just open both ends.
So
but that works perfectly for what I want to do with it, so...
A cover that you could park vehicles under then?
Yes.
Okay.
Or for us, it's going to be the start and finish point for some games.
Okay.
I thought it was funny that Spike was moaning about how it's not going to leave much room for expansion. I was like, there's 8 farms and 60 plants.
It's more
And
that you
go on.
pick the plot that's right in between us all that we might move towards.
Ah, yes. Well, I thought you might all try and avoid it because of the rock situation.
I was contemplating going there, but I guess I'll just go to Field 27. Field 27 was my original pick anyways.
Yeah, there are definitely better fields down there. And at the end of the day, it's absolutely perfect for what we wanted to add to the farmer's meat. It kind of makes sense to put it there.
I'm toying with the idea of once I've paid off my loan and got a little bit in savings, I might sell this orchard and plant an olive grove.
Yeah, I'd like to do some olives and some grapes. Just stuff I haven't done before, really.
Yeah. It's kind of
try it out.
With the olives.
See how it works.
So buy Field 27 and get olives going. I think that's where I want to go. Once I've got some money, I'm going to sell up the apple orchard.
You see, what you can do is you can leave it as is and someone will buy it off you. And then they've got an instant ready to go money making machine. And then you might make a bit of profit on it as well, because it's like 80 grand for the land, isn't it? So you're not going to sell it for less than that. And then you got a couple of buildings on there, so maybe 100 grand or 150 or whatever you think is appropriate.
I'm going to need a calculator for this. I'm not even kidding.
See, this is what I like about this server is outside of the game's mechanics, we are starting to create an economy. Like I tried to do stone collecting and I said to you all, I'll come and do yours for free. But A, nobody wanted their stones collected, and B...
I was happy to have my stones collected, but I didn't want any to be collected.
Yeah, B, I mean, even if I had collected all the stones from all of our fields, it wouldn't have made me any money, really. So it would have just been a waste of my time. Sadly.
So those orchards were 5,000 each, and I've 18 of them. And then I've got 4 juice presses at 70 grand.
Yeah, you're definitely making too much money on the apples. I wish I could modify that.
It's the bales. It's the silage that I built everything on.
Okay.
Apples have only gone towards paying off my loan. Everything that I've built the apples with have gone on the silage.
But you've got how many of these £70,000 presses? 4.
4.
So that's like 280,000 just on 4 buildings.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money for 1 year's work. Was it 2 years' work?
One, I think.
The annoying thing is, and we've all said this, because we've all gone and looked at each other's farms, of course, we really like your orchard. We're like, this is cool. It looks great. But we all want an orchard. It's just a shame it's not. If it just dropped apples once a year, I think we'd be quite happy. It's the fact they keep dropping every month or whatever it is.
I'd be happier if they dropped once a year, because I've got to come on and spend an hour every single day picking those dumb pallets up.
Yeah. What happens if you don't pick them up? Do they stack or do they just stop?
I think that they just thought it says that it's full and it can't produce anymore.
So you could then theoretically just leave them. And it wouldn't use any water, I guess, or...
Yeah. If you add up all of my buildings and everything, all of my structures, I've got 400,000 invested in structures. So even if I was to just sell them, I'd get 200 grand back, plus the 83 grand for the field.
So then that's probably the price you want to think about selling it at. Just slightly above that. 300,000 ready to go. 300,000 for a ready to go apple orchard.
Now the orchard is nice. I like the way that the leaves change with the seasons as well. It's a good touch.
Oh, do they? I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
the leaves all fall off in the winter, and in the autumn they turn orange, and then they come out nice and green and... Well, actually,
that's very cool.
I say nice and green, but at the moment it's pretty thin and green. They get more lush in the more summery months.
£2 in the afternoon. If it goes past midnight, they're going to charge me again, and then I'm going to be financially buggered. So I've got to finish. Even if I don't get the whole field done, I've got to get this trailer back.
Machine given back. You really don't have much grass left on your plot, do you?
No, no. And I've been relying on wild grass, which I'm reliably informed is 50% less yield, but I do question that on this field, with this soil, whether or not it's a good idea to swap.
You're not wrong there. It'd be a lot of effort to get a 10% increase.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much used all of your... grass up. And what you do have isn't ready for mowing. It doesn't have wildflowers in it yet.
No, 3 times a year I should be able to harvest it. And it's just enough to feed the cows and feed the sheep. Or at least it was last year, but now I've got more sheep and more cows, so I may need to rethink that as well. It's been really difficult trying to make this farm profitable, I have to say.
With that, the soil thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what killed me.
It sounds it.
I think I've done 3 years of crops, and every year I could have earned, potentially, twice as much as I did. And when I think about that, I'm like, yeah, that's difficult to overcome.
I'll tell you what, Mike, if you sell everything and come up with 300 grand, you can buy an orchard.
300 grand? Unfortunately, I've got to clear my debts before I can move.
Clearing of debts. Do you know how much of, how much debt Spike's got left?
I think about 125k or something.
Is that all? He's done well, hasn't he?
He's just he's kept it very simple, and he's focused on silage, which is very profitable, and he hasn't diversified at all, which must have been incredibly boring. But it has paid off, so I mean, fair play to him. He's done well. He had a bit of help as well from Keith. I mean, only a couple of times, but I'm sure that's assisted somewhat. But then I've had a lot of help as well. Stu's helped me, Spike's helped me, Tony's helped me, you've helped me, everybody's helped out a little bit.
I haven't really done that much. I've shifted some pallets and picked up some bales. I didn't even pick up the bales, I just let you use my trailer.
Yeah, but that in itself is quite helpful, you know? Because it speeds up the process and helps me make a little bit more money because I haven't got to rent the trailer.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. You don't rent the trailer, and that trailer is nice for grabbing them while you're still driving.
And then I went and picked up all your bales for you using your trailer.
You left them on the trailer for me, yeah. I was quite surprised when I came back and I seen that you'd picked them all up for me.
Swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts.
It's just a shame that baler I have, you can't turn the wrapper off.
Yeah, I've been looking at this. There's a wrapper extension you can get. Have you seen it? So I don't know which baler it goes on the back of, but you can connect or disconnect it, and that would give us that functionality that we're all looking for, but it doesn't exist. Wow.
Extension.
Where the hell is it? There we go. Oof. 5 o'clock. It looks like there's a massive section there that I haven't got. But I definitely went over it.
Go in the map, and if I turn off all my crop types except sugarcane, at the top of the field there.
No, just on the section I'm turning around and going back towards now.
No.
It says it's got it, does it?
Yeah, the only bit that it doesn't have is there's about 3 tractor widths at the top of the field beside 35, and where you've got that rock decoration there, it's not seeded, but all the rest of it is.
Oh. It's better turn a fat profit, that's all I can say. Remember, it's going to be 60% of what you would expect normally, and 50% of what is possible with that soil mod. So even if it does return good money, it's going to be half what it could be.
What is it? 297 per 1,000 liters.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, does it? No. That really put me off when I read that, I've got to be honest.
Oh, something's just moved. Oh no, it was great demand.
Now that one I heard.
But that wasn't the menu noise, that was the purchase noise. It's different noise.
I grant you. But that one I heard.
But that's not even a viable not even a viable suggestion, is it? Buying a sugar mill and turning a sugar cane into processed sugar.
Well, you would think that makes more money, which maybe it does. I haven't done the maths on that one. But there's no way I could afford it in year one anyway.
No, it only about doubles it, and you've got to spend 80 grand on the machine, and I don't know how much sugar you need to put in the machine, or how much sugar cane you need to put in the machine to actually get one sugar back.
I was half considering, because I've almost got all the ingredients to make a cake, and cakes are worth 3 grand per 1,000 litres.
You've got the eggs, you've got the bread.
Mm-hmm. I've got the milk to make the butter, and the sugar cane to make the sugar. But
you'd still have to make the sugar, get a production to make the sugar, and get another production to make the butter, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I wouldn't be able to do that in year one. That would have to be little by little. And then even if I did do that, even though Spike was moaning about me having a mill the other week, it only produces 1,200 litres a month.
Why was he moaning about you having a mill?
Oh, it was like my mill.
It's a mod mill.
Yeah, it's a mod mill that produces
10 grand instead of the
yeah, and it produces more stuff than the other one, but it doesn't. It produces less, a lot less by all accounts. I'm confused. Oh, there we are.
That's what I found about that other orchard mod. Currently, the juice presses that I have do 1,200 cycles per month, whereas on that new orchard mod they're doing over 5,000 cycles per month.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why someone would produce a mod that's so wholly unrealistic. It just, you know, maybe people aren't taught not to cheat when they're children anymore. I don't know. Maybe cheating is the only way to get ahead in the world these days. Who knows? But because I was brought up not to, I find it very difficult to accept that in my life, so to speak. Even in a game, you know. Even in a game, I still find it unacceptable.
But I did really like the idea of lifting the pallets onto a trailer and then just moving them in bulk instead of 2 at a time on a pallet fork.
I think it would be really nice to have smaller pallets that you can pick up. That would be cool.
That would. Like, yeah. That would be a very nice alternative, wouldn't it? And I just have, you know, 100 kilo pallets that I can manhandle onto the back of a truck.
So whilst all the settings and the mods that we add are intended to make the game more realistic, the actual gameplay ethos is going to be quite relaxed and quite free, and we're all going to mess around and help each other out and all sorts of good stuff. So if you'd like to become a part of this server, then all you have to do is come and join our Discord and request a farm, and if there's a space, you may well be allowed to join us.